What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One-Eye Bry, also known as PT, and I'm back to do a segment of what? We're going to talk about a variety of things that are going to make you say, what? It's kind of crazy. Spoiler warning for a couple things, the NFL, and I don't know, spoiler warning if you worry about that. But what is going on in the NFL? For those who don't know, Antonio Brown was just signed by the Patriots today, September 7th, 2019. He was cut by the Raiders, I think today or yesterday. He was released and then signed immediately by the Patriots today, obviously, because he's one of the best receivers in the game. He's a troublemaker for the organization at times, but risk reward, he's a great talent, so people are going to sign him. But I watched Hard Knocks. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So that makes no difference to me. I'm glad he didn't go to the Eagles or the Giants or the Redskins. But if anything, my wife's a Giants fan. So if he went to the Giants, I would understand. But he went to the Patriots, nonetheless. And I watched Hard Knocks, and the Raiders were on it this year. And I love Hard Knocks because it's an inside look on the team, and it was very entertaining, and it was awesome. And Antonio Brown was a problem with the helmet, a problem with his feet, a problem with some authority or something. It was a mess. And I don't care about the Raiders. I don't not like the Raiders, but it's not my team. And John Gruden was hilarious. But I just kind of feel bad because they kind of messed up on a couple different things now. The whole Khalil Mack situation last year, but big ups to him. And let's talk about that game on Thursday. What a snooze fest. So you're telling me the Super Bowl, the biggest game in the NFL, was 13-3. Pretty terrible. And probably it was the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen and probably will ever see. 13-3? Come on, that's pretty terrible. And then we have opening day for the football season, 2019, the NFL season, the 100th season. Yeah, NFL, let's do it. Packers, Bears. Great. Two historic franchises. The game was 10-3. I didn't even watch the entire game. And I'm like, what? You have Aaron Rodgers. You have the Bears defense. I didn't really watch much of the game, but I guess the Bears defense really is awesome, and the Bears offense is pretty lacking, pretty terrible. But either way, that was the opening game, and it was pretty terrible. And so then all this crazy stuff happens with Antonio Brown, and Cowboys play the Giants on Sunday. Probably can't watch it. The Bucs will probably be on television, and I don't watch Bucs games, so unless they play someone that's worth watching, and I don't really care too much about that. But I'm like, man, the Cowboys, Giants, probably can't watch it. NFL season's kind of crazy, and it's crazy. It's already starting. It's one of those things where the season is already crazy, and we didn't even get the bulk of the games for week 1 yet. So what's going to happen this season and all, too. So the rich get richer, and the Patriots got rich with Antonio Brown. They needed help. Gronkowski retired. They need some help here. Edelman and Gordon and whatever like that, too. But that just kind of supports my point that Brady gets lucky and lucky and lucky. And I had the whole video, and I know Brady fans will be like, you're wrong. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest ever, the best ever. He's also the luckiest ever. And I mean, besides all the other stuff that we could talk about, Randy Moss and this and being a 6th round pick and Brady coming in for Bledsoe and Vinatieri and all these great things that have been on his side. And great, he's a great talent. I'm not putting that down. I'm not putting Brady down, but I'm saying the luck is beyond belief for this guy, right? So we got Randy Moss, one of the best receivers ever in the history of the NFL, came to his team, all these touchdowns. They didn't win the Super Bowl that year, but still lit it up. Super records all over the place. Now, when he needs help, he gets Antonio Brown. What are the odds of that the Steelers let him go, he goes to the Raiders, and then it falls apart for them right before the season starts? The Patriots sign him, and who did the Patriots play on Sunday? The Steelers. So I don't know how much he's going to play and how many snaps and whatever. He's got to get the game plan down and learn the playbook on there too. But you're going to have some go routes for him. That's for sure. You don't think he's going to want to play and have a huge game against the Steelers? And if the Patriots play the Raiders, he's going to want to play too. So I don't know the Patriots schedule and I could care less, but it's crazy that has happened. And let's switch gears a little bit. How about Andrew Luck retiring before the season starts? Right before the season starts. That's just crazy. What? What is going on in the NFL? That's for sure. I personally hope to see a way better Super Bowl, and I would love for the Cowboys to go there, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like they're a year or two away from that. They got to boost up the offensive line, get that defense in order a little bit here, and I just feel like they're a year or two away from that. I personally would love to see the Chiefs play the Saints in the Super Bowl. And a lot of people are thinking that it could happen. Some people think the Patriots, some people think the Eagles, some people take the Rams, but we'll have to wait and see. And it was just crazy. So you got that crazy situation going on in the NFL. Hopefully you knew that UFC 242 was over already because it's in Abu Dhabi. Spoiler warning, just because if you like a fight fan and you don't want to know, Khabib won in the third round submission, beat Dustin Poirier, and we'll see what happens. I think that Khabib should fight Tony Ferguson. I think that would be the best fight. I think whoever won that fight should fight Tony Ferguson, and then maybe Dustin fights Conor, or, I don't know. I don't know who's there around the top, 155ers for that. We'll see who comes up for the fights, but we'll see what happens there. Also, got to switch gears again for another what? I was in Sam's Club on Wednesday. Labor Day was Monday. Wednesday, I went to Sam's Club, and as I'm checking out, I go to the self-checkout, and I look to my left, and there is holiday decorations, Christmas decorations, not Halloween, because that's the next holiday. That's in October, way before December. But Sam's Club wants to put out their Christmas decorations already, which is crazy. So that was September 4th. How many days is that before Christmas? Could you put out some Halloween stuff first? I don't have any kids, or I'm not going to have an outfit for Halloween, but I know some people want to get some Halloween costumes and some Halloween stuff before their Christmas tree. That's for sure. But I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. So I posted it on Instagram. Give me a follow at the PT channel on Instagram. And I asked the question, is it too early for the Christmas stuff to be coming out on September 4th? And there's a consensus that it is, right? But I guess the big holidays for, retail are towards the end of the year. But I mean, come on, it's not even October yet. And I could see them putting stuff out after Halloween, but let's get Halloween done first, So, and also the best deal and the best thing to get, I'm excited for after the holidays. I love buying Halloween candy the day after because it's 50% off or 75% off, and it's a great deal. The same thing for Christmas. I love going and buying holiday Christmas decorations the day after or the week after because it's on sale 30, 60, 75% off because they're just going to get rid of it and I can use it for next year, right? So it's pretty awesome. So I just thought this segment was pretty cool because it was kind of a bunch of different things going around. Hopefully you'll check out my other videos. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to be rooting for the Cowboys, of course, all day, every day. I love the Cowboys. We them boys. But I'm excited for the NFL season a little bit. I don't really care too much about the NFL seasons anymore. I don't do fantasy football anymore. That just kind of was crazy and a different way to watch football. But I have in the past. I do a little FanDuel and DraftKings stuff. But, I'm just over watching football for every game, every stat, everything. I just want to enjoy the game a little bit. And hopefully it's a good season. But already it's like, what? So let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And please hit that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. See ya.